I want to invite you, Chair, even tomorrow, to visit the facility. We need to be specific to ask us which are these which are not there. In fact, we even have now a functional oncology unit. For the last 2 years, we have seen like 3,000 patients there, which was not there before. We have increased the HDU and the ICU facilities, and we have functional renal units. And I'm happy that share today we are seeing patients because of share of more than how many patients? But then we are seeing like around 12 or so patients every day in one facility. Cap Cadet Hospital today boast of 6 ICU units, fully equipped IDU plus all for the children. So unless the auditor will guide us and tell us at the point of audit which are these, I would really want to know as a governor to help me and tell me which is this machine which was missing.
You see the point I was bringing, Governor, because I'm trying to help you, is that we have seen these queries before in other hospitals, but the query is usually very specific. It says, according to the standard, these are the equipments that the hospital should have, this is what the hospital has, this is the deficit. These are the staff that the hospital should have, these are the numbers, this is the exact numbers in the hospital, this is the deficit. So now, auditor,
we have the breakdown chair here.
Yes, now you need to guide the client so that when the county will be responding to us in 7 days, then they know what they will be responding specifically. I think you need to sit down with them and give them that guide.
We gave them the full details even in our management letter.
No, I am not disputing that.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is that let the query be like what we are used to, where the query by the OAG is usually very specific on the equipments and on the staff and on the numbers. But this one is too general. So even the answer will always be general. But we need a specific response, which will be guided by the...
Thank you, Chair. With our good auditors, we will work together and we will work together on this. And for the staff, I confirm to you that already we have issued letters to 106 of them. So which means this 135 will not be appearing again, and they're already working. And we will submit also those evidences within 7 days at your request. But I still insist and I invite you for a cup of tea.
We are definitely coming to Kericho.
Yeah, please, so that...
definitely.
We
have just been, last weekend we were at Bomet.
Yeah.
And we saw some very good work.
Yeah, please.
So we will be coming to... Bomet Longisa. Not Bomet water. Water was a disaster.
Yeah, you know, today I've observed the governor, and he's playing this game, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. He's very good at it. So you can't even accuse him. Because he keeps on saying, yes, we shall, humanistic itself actualization, that yes, tumekubali, ni mbaya, lakini at the end of the day, bado itafanyika. So, the game that is playing today is really a good one. Unakata na unakubali at the same time.
Members, we need to make progress.
Chair, as we make progress, actually let's agree that as a committee, that we have seen so many other counties coming before us. Kericho is doing fairly well, and it is the mandate of this committee also to give guidance. So if Chair, we have agreed that we give guidance, and within the given time, they will submit information and the documents required. Otherwise, we know the others who are doing worse than this. Thank you.
I don't want to give you... And because I have 2 reports to go, and you have less than an hour.
I have a comment here, Chair. Just a comment. Let me just comment.
If it is different from
Let me just comment. I mean, it's a follow-up. It's a comment about this. Governor, you sit in the CEOG. You know very well health is devolved, but all the monies are still in the with the executive. Why are you not demanding for that money to be released to the counties so that you can put all the equipment that you need and employ all the doctors that you need?
Point of information, Chair.
Governor will tell you that is your work.
Point of information, Chair.
I know it's my work, but they should bring it to us so that we can...
Chair, can I inform
I know that's our work, but they should bring it to us Without them bringing it to us, we cannot work on it.
Chair.
So you sit there.
May I inform the good senator, Chair?
Are you ready to be informed?
No.
Chair, actually,
I'm
what
very informed and I
what
know what
senator
I'm saying.
from Chair, what senator has raised
Yes.
is really a very key, very.
Yes, I take huko juu.
We are here answering questions. What comes in the costing, what comes to the counties in health is partly less than 10%. And it is devoid, all the staff the government has to employ, all the trucks, we thank God for SHA because now at least it is helping the counties. If we were still in HIF, those facilities could collapse. So maybe the conversation she has raised, because this committee is a different committee, we will take that at a different space of time. And what she has raised is very, very valid so that it makes really devolved units thrive and make them really workable. But as it is, we're really straining because at the costing is just less than 10%. The remaining monies are up here. Yeah. And we are really struggling. But we thank God we are accounting for the real we have, and we thank God for SHARE, which is working at the moment. I know it's working.
Yeah.
So the governor, I know it's working.
Honorable members, I think we need to progress. The only thing, Governor, I think you need to prioritize is the issue of the hospital management committee. It needs to be fast track because it's before the county assembly. You need to find a way of getting it done because there are some queries which are related to that. Apart from lack of that committee, the query on the lack of policies, manuals, lack of internal audit function, lack of credit policy and all those policies. That is the committee that will handle that, even waivers. Yeah.
Chair, have they implemented FIF?
FIF?
Have you implemented FIF?
Yes, we have implemented. In fact,
What is the status update?
What is still remaining in the FIF is the hospital committee management, which we are still working on it. But I said earlier on, we are sending the list to the assembly. Yesterday, they were supposed to commit on a special sitting, but however, they were debating on the budget because the timelines of budget. That's why I left Kericho 8 p.m. yesterday for this function after passage of the budget. Today, the majority leader committed to me that they are committing today this one on the committees, and you said it must be approved by the assembly. But I'm happy that the members of the County Assembly of Kericho, we are having concurrence on the importance of this matter, and I believe that in the next few weeks we'll be able to do this matter.
So, honorable members, we will proceed to look at the municipalities. In this one, I will not ask the auditor to read each and every query, but I just want you to give a highlight of the issues in these inaccuracies, and then members, you know how to deal with that. So, auditor, just a highlight.
Okay, thank you, Chair. On inaccuracy of property, plant and equipment, here there were additional plant and equipment that were purchased during the year amounting to 145.3 million, which differed with the amounts shown in the supporting schedule of 7.4 million. And again, the opening balances for civil works and other assets differed with the previous year's audited balances, and the property, plant and equipment had not been depreciated. Number five. Then the next one is paragraph 5, page 4 of 19. Inaccuracy of capital grants and development funds. The statement of financial position reflected nil capital grants and development grant fund, which differs with the 189 million reflected in the statement of changes in net asset, which further varies with the recomputed balance of 258 million. Then paragraph 6, inaccuracy of accumulated surplus. The accumulated surplus reflected in the statement of financial position differed with the balance reflected in the statement of changes in net assets, resulting to an reconciled variance of 189.1 million. The balance of 93.3 million reflected in the statement of changes in net assets differs also with the recomputed amount by a variance of 69.1 million. Then paragraph 7, inaccuracies in the statement of cash flows. The transfers from county government of 102.1 million shown in the statement of cash flows differs with transfers of 32.9 reflected in the statement of financial performance. Then paragraph 8, inaccuracies in the statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects nil balance for acquisition of property, plant and equipment, which is at variance of 145.3 million with the statement of cash flows. That's all, Chair.
Yes, now maybe we need to know from your records who signed the financial statements.
Here, the financial statements were signed by Mr. Joseph Rotich, the municipality manager, and the accountant Alfred Kipkemoi, ISPAC member number 12098. 12098. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, is the accountant here?
Honorable Chair, the accountant Alfred is here.
Yes, your accountants are doing very well in terms of being in good standing. So Alfred is membership status is active and in good standing. But now when it comes to the actual work, I don't know what happens. Alfred, what happened with this so many inaccuracies?
Honorable Chair, I signed these financial statements on behalf of the team that prepared these statements, and we are in the process of restating these financial statements to align it with the auditor's recommendations, because some of these balance variances are caused by carry forwards from previous financial years, and we have started restating from the time the municipality started operating, and the team in office is currently restating, and in the next 1 week the restating will be done and they will be presented to the auditor for verification. Thank you, Chair.
There was project issues. Delayed completion of Kericho modern market and construction of motorized and an unmotorized transport network in Kapsoit and Kapsusa markets. That one, I think we will do a physical inspection when we come on the ground. We'll do a physical inspection. So now, the last set of queries was touching on the issue of lack of independence of the municipality, and here issues of staffing come here, staff under establishment, issues of lack of an integrated development plan come here, issues of lack of bylaws and policies come here, issues of lack of ownership documents and fixed asset register come here, issues of lack of internal audit committee, issues of lack of risk management strategy, and issues of meetings of the board come here. So we will just cover one global query on that, and that is lack of independence of the municipality. So Auditor, can you take us through the query?
Thank you, Chair. This is paragraph 7. Lack of independence of the municipality. Kericho municipality was granted a municipal charter in September 2017. However, it still lacked autonomy as the budget was prepared and controlled by the county executive, and the county executive continued to perform a number of functions which were transferred to the municipality as provided for under the Municipal Charter 2017. That one alone?
Okay. Have you finished the query?
Yes, I've finished the query, Chair.
Okay.
In the summarized form.
Oh, sorry, I expected you to read the entire query, but that's fine. Governor, you can make your response.
It's okay. We have it.
Yeah, let the governor just make the response.
Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We note the observation raised regarding the operational autonomy of the Kericho municipality in relation to the county government's continued involvement in the budget preparation and oversight, as well as the ongoing performance of functions that were indeed to be transferred to the municipality. To address this, we have initiated a comprehensive, we have begun to transfer functions to the municipality. This involves stakeholders from both the municipality and the county government, and they have a clear timeline for the transfer of these functions, along with the necessary resources and staffing. We will also ensure that there are no overlaps in responsibilities, and that the municipality is adequately resourced to manage and deliver the services effectively. Honorable Chair, the municipal board prepares its annual budget. It is only during transfer of funds that the funds flow from the county CRF to the lands department for remittance to the board through IFMI system. Also, Honorable Chair, the board's functions within the municipality doesn't exclude the county government departments from carrying out activities within the town.
Very well. Auditor, your comments on the response?
Thank you very much, Chair. We have taken note of the governor's response. However, from the audit side, there's no evidence that has been provided towards the operationalization, full operationalization of the municipality, and so to the best of our knowledge, the full autonomy has not yet been achieved. Thank you.
Okay, honorable members. Senator Chimera.
Thank you, Chair. Mine just goes to the auditor. When you say there's no evidence that has been provided to you, what are you looking at? Do you want the governor to furnish you appointment letters? Do you want the governor to furnish you gazette notices, gazetting the transferred functions? What exactly are you looking at? And is this information, has it been asked on the executive side or not?
Thank you, Chair. Only one officer has been there until recently, when 6 officers were redeployed to the municipality. So that demonstrates that there's no operational autonomy in the municipality.
That is on the issue of employment. Auditor, that is on the issue of staffing. Senator Eddy.
Chair, is it section 22 that talks about functional autonomy? 21. 21, 22, if you read that, Chair, the clarity that we want first, Governor, you know, the way municipalities are respected by that act, and I don't know why governors don't want to implement it the way it is, because it's supposed to be, you identify particular functions that you want the municipality to handle. So the first stop is in Kericho. Which are these functions that you identified and delegated to the municipality? In that response, I would want to hear that. We have given them, just wait. These are the functions, we have identified them, this and this and this, we have given to them. The second thing, after identifying those functions, is who are to do them. Who are the people that your administrator is to charge with doing those functions. And those people, have you then given the administrator the power to identify those people in what we call an employment and then bring them in. The third would be, what is the budget for that? That budget, how is it being raised? Okay, is the county government giving part of that budget to the municipality? And is there an anticipation that municipality will fund part of that budget? Then the last thing would be, how is that budget run? Okay, that budget, is there an account in the municipality run by the municipality? And that account, what is the name of that account? Okay, so that if there's a portion that you have decided that the municipality is going to be contributing that budget, whether they're going to contribute for the entire amount or a portion of it, then in those functions, are they raising any revenue? Do they have the autonomy as a municipality to raise that revenue for themselves? And in that revenue that they are raising, Governor, the last question, is a portion of it coming to you, or that entire revenue remains with the municipality? If it's a portion, what is that agreement between you and the municipality? Because then that will tell us the autonomy that you have.
And Chair, just to complete Eddie's question, when does the governor intend to give full autonomy to the municipality?
Yeah, I think
the timeline.
Yes. I think the questions the members you are asking can be summarized in just one statement. Governor, have you gazetted the transfer of functions? And I'm looking through the documents. That gazette notice was not provided. That would be very important in addressing the issue that Senator Eddy has raised in terms of transfer, which specific functions have been transferred. And then now implementation of that gazette notice.
Yeah.
So you can proceed.
Yeah. Honorable Chair, I thank the Senate even for this committee because the matters that have been raised here is very critical for the success of the devolved units, and I really thank this committee. One is that when I took over as the governor, I gazetted the year 2022 Gazette Notice 590/22. I gazetted functions because by the time I took in, the municipality had not been given functions. So I gazetted, and I think this team did not envisage that coming out, but with your permission, Chair, within 7 days, we can give you the gazette notice. But we did gazette, I did gazette it. These are the functions I gazetted and transferred to the municipality. Number one is solid waste management. Number two, roads constructions, that is the motorable roads within the areas of municipalities. Number three is the street lighting within the towns and the municipalities. Number four is storm drainage and flood control. Number five, maintenance of non-motorized, pathways. And number four, maintenance of recreational parks within the, number six rather, is maintenance of recreational parks within the municipality. Further to that, Chair, the budgets of municipality is that we have had a situation, and this is where I agree strongly with Senator Eddy, that we have had situations where municipalities have not been able to raise sufficient grants or revenue for their operations. What we have been doing is that we've been supporting the operations of the municipality through the county budgets. We've run a budget of 38 million for their development and a budget of 17 million for the recurrent expenditure within the municipality of Kericho, which is our county, county support towards the municipality. Much of the operations has really been money coming from donor funding that have been going towards the municipality. Chair, I agree that we have a lapse as a county, because ideally, in part of the Gazette notice that I done, is to provide autonomy to the municipalities to be able to collect revenue and be able to be seen to be doing that. But I'm happy that within the areas that we designated for them to collect revenue, which is the shops in town run by the municipalities and all that, they've been able to be collecting the revenue and submit direct to the county revenue funds account, the CRF. In terms of staffing, as a county, what we have done as the executive is that we have seconded to the municipality. We seconded 6 staff when I came in, because this was also an issue with World Bank and a condition that was required. But today, as we speak, we have 14 staff that have equally seconded from the county executive to support the municipalities. As to them employing their own staff, looking into the reality is that the board depends on what we are giving as the county executive. And we chose to support them by seconding, donating the experts, not the ministers that Eddie donated, but the experts from the county executive. These include engineers and all those other people. We've been able to second them to support the municipality, because their salary and everything required is quite high in terms of recurrent, and that is the extent that we've been supporting. But I must admit, Chair, and really apologize to this committee, because we are not there yet in terms of the complete independence. We have seconded the functions. I think what I need to do now is to direct cabinet to allow that we also, give out the attendant resources to follow the functions that we did gazette for them, so that they're able to perform optimally.
So, Governor, you are not the only county which has this challenge. Nearly all the counties, and our understanding was that we have devolved. National government has devolved to the counties, and we still have the problem at the national government or transfer of functions with their money. Now it has come to the counties. Counties are supposed to transfer function to municipalities. The functions have been transferred, but without money. So, as we complain about national government, someone else is complaining about county government. And what we know the truth about all these things. The truth is that the municipalities remain one of the major sources of on-source revenue, which county executive don't want to lose. They want to still cling on it, and because now losing it means losing control, losing power. But because we have that benefit from the donor agencies, World Bank and the others, to run programs in the municipality, and all they need is they need you to have formally created the municipalities, and they need you to have transferred the function. So you do it and leave it there. And then you get the money from the World Bank to do stuff there. So that's, we are seeing that done. So I think maybe you need just to tell the committee the truth around this, that implementing the law as it is taking away your powers and your influence over ONSO's revenue. We understand. In fact, we want a conversation with the COG on this. How can we ensure that there is a balance between the municipality and how they need to function and the county government?
Chair, if you ask me, Chair, this is from my honest perspective. When I came in, the first thing I did was to gazette these functions. But we have been able to, for example, in cabbage collection, we've been able to follow the attendant resources. Counties also come from a difficult background where, you know, the resources are just what it is, and we try as much as possible. But going forward, if we allow these municipalities to really be able even to collect their own, to collect revenue, and even allow them to manage that revenue, because critical services like town cleaning, cabbage collection, storm drainage, and all that, as a governor of Kericho County, I would be very glad if that burden is ever removed from me and given to municipalities. So that, because they are too much on the table, you know, you have the doctors here to deal with, you have the ECD, you have everything on your table. And you have also agencies to sort out their problems of unemployment. So it will be good for me, and I think I commit to this committee that the next time I appear here, we will have done everything possible to even follow resources so that at least these municipalities are very independent as envisioned by the law, because I believe it's very critical for the proper functioning of devolution. And having listened to this committee, I commit myself that we will, you know, transfer plus the money there.
Let me give it to a lady, Tobiko.
Chair, after listening to the governor very carefully, the governor knows what to do. Actually, he spoke about everything else, about the functions that they have transferred to the municipality. And in the last statement, you mentioned what actually, ideally, you should do. It is now to transfer the resources to follow the functions. And as the chair said, we understand your predicament. So if we can all be candid, we agree, what is the best formula that works for you? I mean, for the counties, not just Kericho, but, you know, across board. How do we make the municipalities functional? How do we make them sustainable? And also, what is the sort of formula we can have, reasonable formula, that of sharing the resources between the county and the municipalities in those areas of jurisdiction, so that we agree the municipality will collect the revenues, become like sort of an agency for the county. What percentage should be transferred back to the county, and what percentage should the municipality keep to be able to run its functions? I think if we become candid and see how we can have that formula, then things will work, you know.
Chair, just as to add what
Chair, before the answer, Governor answers, what Senator Tobiko has said is good, but what law do we follow to implement it? We do a law. We do.
To come there, that just what you have raised is very important. But let me give you the truth, honorable senators. And I say you can be a governor the following day. You will do a budget as the executive, right? This budget you send to the county assembly. What a county assembly will do, they will not care to know that this was money that was collected from the municipality. it will mop in to other departments, maybe roads, what and what. Going forward, Chair, the same way the Facility Improvement Fund law was done to protect the hospitals, because today you cannot touch even one single coin from the hospitals and move to roads or to another department. So with this on the municipality, together with COG, and I think I'll also raise this to our full council meeting coming up next week before DevCom, is a situation where we will have a law like the FI for the hospital, a law also governing the municipalities, so that we give autonomy to municipalities to be able to collect their road money, and then be able, because they have the boards, they be able also to run their own expenditure and be able to manage, because they can collect and you still find towns to be very dirty, you still find broke drainages, and the board has collected, because eventually what the budget has come has been subsumed to other areas and leaves out the great revenue stream that was building to that. So my honest proposal is a law that seems, yes, we have given them autonomy, but a law that seems also to ring fence the money that they have collected and allow them to use what they have. Secondly, Honorable Chair, today we need to employ staff with the municipality. Who employs the staff of municipality? The municipality has a functional board, is autonomous, but they will need to write a letter to the public service board to be able to recruit. So if we could be able to make these boards really be functional, is also an autonomy for them, because these boards that sit in the municipality are vetted officers. They have gone through the assembly vetting just like the public service board. But now we've given them a latitude where they can't even recruit even a casual staff to support them in what they are doing. So we need to look into those aspects that can really, make them function.
Chair, we don't need to look at anything. More